Hi guys, welcome. It's probably gonna mute me because I have Cardi in the background. Hope everyone's had a good day. Let me know when you pop on. I know I'm early, but oh my god. It's alright, it just goes along with this week. That's what I get for bopping myself. Hey Holly. Sorry, I totally just knocked everything over. Sorry about that. There it goes. Sorry. Just making sure you guys are awake. Making sure that I'm awake. That's what I get for like adjusting. Okay. So tonight, let me turn down Cardi. Tonight we are covering false lashes, false lash application, all about false lashes, how to apply them, all the things. So I know I'm early, so like because I was supposed to go live at 6:30. I don't even know what time it is. I'm sure you guys are laughing at the fact that I dropped my phone. I was supposed to go live at 6:30, but my husband decided to take the kids out of the house for a little bit to go play, and I am starting early because I don't want them to come back storming in. Like, they're on a different level. So anywho, okay, let's get started. I need a little gloss. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. Something is still in the air and my kids are still acting crazy. Hey, Bridget. Okay, let's just need some gloss. Me time. Okay, let's do this. All right, so I have a lot of lashes that I keep on hand for my makeup clients. So I'm just gonna show you some different varieties. Hi guys. I'm going to show you some different varieties that I just like have in my studio and that I carry with me on set. And I want to share some different ones in different price points because I know everybody has different budgets. So I want to be, you know, cognizant of that because I want to give you guys good options in every single price point. So I did a little survey on Instagram for like the $3 to $6 range, the $8 to $12 range, and then the, you know, 15 and up or 16. Yeah, I think it was like 16 and up. Like I called it the fancy pants range, because really anything above like, I don't know, really anything above like $20 is fancy pants in my opinion. Thanks, Bridget. I mixed Maud Magenta and what's my favorite? Why can't I remember my favorite? Purple Rain. So I mixed Maud Magenta and Purple Rain, and it's like I don't know, I really like it. It's the first time I've mixed the two together because I just felt, hey, Bridget. I just felt like having a bold lip, like a bright pink lip, and then I love Maud Magenta and I love Purple Rain, so I mixed them together and this is what happened, and I really like it. It's like a super hot pink, but not too, you know what I mean? It's like a berry pink, so I like it. Okay, thanks. All right, so I have my little list of notes of all the things I'm gonna talk to you about because if I don't make myself notes, I'm totally gonna go on bunny trails. So, first things first, I wanted to just say thank you guys so much for your outpouring of love and support after last night and my mental breakdown. As you can see, like my eyes are still puffy from being all cryy all day yesterday and all day today, which is not emotional. But so many, hi Becky, so many of you wonderful and amazing Senna sisters have like messaged or like commented on that thread or messaged me personally or texted me if you have my number or called or whatever. And it's just like, see, this kind of like when people come together, there are I mean, of course, in every business, there's going to be some like bad apples, but the sheer number of amazing people far outweighs that. And I am just very thankful for each and every one of you that took the time to reach out and to show your love and support and to say nice things. And anyways, it just warmed my heart. And on top of that, we had several Senna sisters volunteer to donate a ticket to those ladies who might not be able to afford to go, because obviously it is an expense and some of us can't afford it. And like if an event were to come up right now, I probably wouldn't go because it would be, you know, an extra expense that I couldn't afford. So because of these women's kindness and thoughtfulness, other people are able to go now. And that makes my heart really, 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 really happy that you're wanting to do something nice for another Senna sister. So thank you so much for that. And I'm not gonna get emotional. I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry this video, even if it was happy tears, but just know on the inside I'm crying all those happy tears. But I promised myself I wasn't gonna cry on this video, so I'm not. Anywho, so I just wanted to say that first because you guys are amazing and I really appreciate you and all your love and support and all the outpouring of all the awesomeness. So, okay, who's ready for lashes? One of my favorite subjects in the world. So obviously I've done the rest of my makeup, but I've left my eyes and my eyeliner and my mascara off because I will be talking about those things in relation to eyelashes. So first thing, do you guys want me to cover eye lining and mascara first, or do you want me to cover the different styles and quality and all that of lashes? So let me know if you want liner or lash like types and styles first. Drop me a little comment. Let me know. I have my water and I have my not water. And notice the size difference. Okay, we're not trying to get crazy on a Thursday night. Maybe I am. I don't know. It's been a week. So let me know. Hey, Tina. Hi, ladies. So let me know whether you want liner first or lash styles first. Just drop a comment. I know that there's a delay. So styles and quality, Tina votes. Okay. Oh, we got a tie. Oh, it might be my, Terry, it might be my internet types and styles. Okay, styles. Okay, I think the majority is styles. Okay, let me switch. I'm gonna switch off my Wi-Fi and then come back, okay? 1 second, guys. Oh, did it just unblur? If it blurs again, someone let me know because I can switch off the Wi-Fi, okay? So somebody else let me know if I'm good, and then if it happens again, oh, it's cutting in and out. Okay, 1 second, hold on. Okay, let me know if I'm connected, guys. Sorry, I had to switch off. Tell me if it is better. I switched off the Wi-Fi. Sometimes I have to. And just use data. Oh well, sorry. Okay, cool, good. Okay, and there's a fly in here. So if you see me like going like this, there's a little fly that has a death wish tonight. Okay, cool. All right, so I think the majority was styles, types and styles. Okay, and then we'll cover liner when we get into application. So this is, oops, 1 second, dropped some stuff. Ugh. Okay, let me put these back up here because this matters. Stay, because it looks so beautiful until I have to go lift it up. Make sure my music is on. Okay, cool. Yay, good. Thanks, Christy. My lip color is Mauve Magenta and Purple Rain mixed together. Thanks. Okay, here we go. So I have this little rack that I keep in my office or slash studio slash all the things that has a bunch of different kinds of lashes on it. Okay, and this is, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I got it off of Amazon for cheap, but it holds the lashes really, really well. So that's this, okay? So I'm gonna talk about like the value section, the mid-range section, and then the fancy pants section. Isn't that cute? It's like a little 3-tier, you know what? I think it's a nail polish holder. That's what I think this is. Got it off of Amazon. I can add the link if you guys want. It was very reasonable. But I like it because in my office, when clients come over and have their makeup done, then I can be like, what style do you like? And then for those of you wondering, I charge them whatever the cost of the lash is, and then like a small fee, like a $5 fee for application on top of it. So usually like the fancy pants ones, like I won't ever usually use lashes that are more than $20 on a client, because I usually will charge them $20 maximum. So I try to stay cognizant of that and buy like reasonably priced lashes, nothing crazy. So, okay, so let's talk like the $3 to $6 range lashes that you can find at like Sally's Beauty Supply and Target and Walmart and sometimes your local grocery store. So let's talk that range first, okay? So I'm gonna grab some of my favorites. This brand is called Ardell. So A-R-D-E-L-L is Ardell. Yay, Pat. And these are great starter lashes for pretty much anybody. Every makeup artist, your Senna crush. Aw, thanks. Every makeup artist, dirty little secret, not so secret, is that Ardell Demi Wispies are like the jam. They look good on everyone. They're very affordable lashes. They give just enough volume, but not too much. So the Ardell Demi Wispies in black, and they do have them in brown, but they're harder to find. So these ones are a solid choice, okay? These are really, really good lashes. They're usually only good for a few wears unless you're a sorceress and you can get them to last longer than 2 times without looking janky. And then if you have somebody that thinks these are like too full, these are another really great option. So these are Ardell number 110. So these are another good option. If these are too voluminous for people, these are a really good option. And they're really light and wispy. So in my MUA kit that I travel around with, I keep these all the time. And these are like, these Ardell Demi Wispies are like my go-to solid ones on like bridesmaids, because you can get a pack of these for like $7 and $8. Now individually in like the store, they might be like, hey Annie, they might be like anywhere from like $2.50 to $4.99. Yeah, so these two are solid. Now another really good brand is called Kiss, K-I-S-S, and they're literally like right next to these in the stores. They have some very comparable lash styles to both of these. So Ardell and Kiss are solid, like I call them value brand, not that, you know, you shouldn't use them or whatever, but those are solid brands to use, okay? So this is one little range. Another one that is very affordable that I get off of Amazon is this one. I think that they're just like private labeled over another brand, but I don't really care. So you have like, you have your light natural people, you have pretty much the rest of the universe, and then you have your girls that want some like drama. So these are what I use. They're called Glam Volume Sexy. Glam Volume Sexy. You have to do it in that weird voice. I don't know. I get them off of Amazon. This is where I get them, and they're more voluminous. And I want to say these are like, I don't know, $8.99 a pack, probably about the same as these. So all of these, maybe they're a little bit more, maybe they're about $10, but you get four for 10. So this is another solid option. These ones, the band is a little thicker, so you might be able to wear them a few more times, but they are long and they're dramatic. They're Glam Volume Sexy Lashes. So they're real pretty. Okay, so you can find these on Amazon, and I will link everything that I bought later so you can find them and everything. Okay, so these are good value brands. Then, so from like the, literally like individually, from like the 3 to 6 to 8-ish range. That is what I would call a value brand. Now, there is another brand that I don't have any of them, but they are, it's the Vegas Nay ones. Eyelure, E-Y-L-U-R-E. And they're basically like, they're kind of like these, but individuals, and you can find them at like Target and Walmart and whatever. They're Eyelure, and my favorite ones are the Eyelure by Vegas Nay. Now, I like them because those ones come in the range of like anywhere from like, I want to say probably $6 to $10 a pair. The $10 ones usually are like the double stacked like faux mink ones. And they're just like, you know, more voluminous and everything. Yeah, so those are another really good brand to wear that are like one step above these, okay? So I have on Jessica, I have on Maud Magenta and Purple Rain mixed together. So let's call it like Maud Rain. Maud Rain, yeah, Eyelure are really good ones. They, in my opinion, will last like, so let's say like your Ardell and your Kiss ones will last you probably about 3 wears before you should throw them out. The Eyelure ones will probably last you a solid 5 times, maybe longer if you're careful. But thanks, Joanna. Thanks. Anyways, so, okay. Next step up from that, I have another one of these. So we're talking about the mid-range now. Oh, I thought I had another example. Oh, I do, in the bag. There's another example. So Eyelure, the higher end ones, I would consider mid-range. Those are great. This is another brand that I like called Lash Pop. Lash Pop lashes, they are mid-range. And I'm gonna take some of these out of the box so you can kind of see the difference of these. It is a vodka lemonade. It's a vodka and lime juice because, you know, I showed them earlier. I have water, not water. Just so you know, I'm not getting crazy. But it's been a week, so. Oh, e.l.f. brand, okay, cool. Because I want to show you the difference in the hair quality. Yeah, so these are called Lash Pop lashes, and they come in these cute little things. And then I have another pair of those in here. This is like my little travel bag. And they carry like all different lengths. So this is another one. These ones are in that mid-range, so the same range in the quality of the hairs that I would consider the Eyelure ones. Okay, so they are more like what a real eyelash should look like. So they're crisscrossed hairs, they're wispy, and they have a tapered end. Now let me show you a difference of, say, an Ardell Demi Wispy. They look fine on the eye, but they are more blunt in their edges, and they're like more petite. And the bands you can see. So I'll get into talking about bands and why that matters in a little bit. But you can see, here, let me take this purple backing off because that's hard to see. Okay, hold it up against my hand. The quality of the hair is totally different. So these are like a value brand. They are synthetic fibers. I want this to focus. Okay, and they're blunt, meaning they're straight across on the end. Okay, so here is Lash Pop, as they are tapered to a point like a real eyelash. Red Cherry is, yes, Red Cherry is another great brand. Okay, so there is a question, where did it go? Yes, Megan, I have in multiple styles. So Megan, if you wear glasses, a good brand for you for like the value brand is these, the Ardell number 110. is really good for glasses. There is my Society Lashes ones, my favorite ones that I wear all the time because I wear glasses. These are called Ginger. These are my favorite. So these are really good. And then there's a Kiss brand that's really similar to these. I forget what the number is, but they're really short. So you want to basically look for something that is no longer than like 8 millimeters in length. Like 8 to 10 maximum, and you want it to have a curl up, not straight out. So like some of these, like these Lash Pop ones, they go straight out and you're like, you know, it's like a fan on your eyeball. You want ones like this, let me take them out, like this, that curl upwards. Do you see that? Where it's like a D curl, like it curves, or a C curl, I want to say. Maybe it's a C curl. So you want the, yeah, okay, Kiss number 11. Thank you, Angelica. Yeah, Kiss number 11, Ardell 110s, and Ardell Baby Wispies are another really, really, really great option for glasses wearers. So all of these will fit under your glasses. Perfect. And I am a glasses wearer, so I totally relate to this. And Ginger, with Society Lashes, Ardell Baby Wispies, and the 110s. Okay, cool. Lash Pop lashes, you get at Lash Pop Lashes. I think it's lashpoplashes.com. Just Google it, Lash Pop. And these are like $8, $9 for lashes. So worth it if you're wanting like a mid-range lash. Okay. All right, now, hey, Miss Kimberly, we are getting into the more like higher end, multiple use lashes. They're typically either foam ink, mink, or silk. They have a thicker cotton band. And some of my lashes I've gotten like 30, where'd that one go? Like 30 wears out of. Ginger is Society Lashes, and that's societylashes.com. Those are my personal favorites. This is the brand that I use for all my brides. Or special occasion clients, but I give them the option. They can do like demi wispies, or like I'll hold them up next to each other and I'll let them pick like, you know, from a tray of lashes, and I'll talk about the differences. And I mean, to me, I can visually see the quality difference, but if they want wispies, fine, girl. You go on with your bad self, and ain't nothing wrong with some wispies. So yeah, the Gingers are my fave. So they're my new favorite. Not that I don't have other ones that I wear, but I wear my glasses so much. Okay. Draw my paper. All right, so we talked about styles. Okay, now we're getting into the quality, lash quality. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold up like the $16 to $20 range. These are Red Aspen that my wonderful friend Brittany sent me. These are called a Vivian lash, and I wanna take these out of the box along with Society Lashes because I feel like these are a good mid-range. Well, no, these are more expensive. Yes, Terry. Yeah, I totally agree, Pat. With that customer service. Like one time I had an issue with it. They sent me the wrong lash and I emailed them and they sent me out the right lash and let me keep the other one. I was like, what? I thought I was gonna have to like send it back, and they were like, no, keep it, we'll send you the right one. And I was like, okay. All right, so let me pull these ones out. Now we're talking about foam ink and mink lashes here, and what you're looking for, my personal preference, are the lashes that are labeled 3D. And the reason for that is what I'm about to show you. They are multi-dimensional. They look like real lashes and real lash extensions, okay? So 3D, these are the Red Aspen ones. You can see from the side, they're fluffy. Okay, now if you are a demi-wispy wearer and you switch to these, it's gonna take some getting used to because you're gonna be like, oh my God, they're so big and so fluffy. But then you get them on your eye and then you're like, they're magical and beautiful, and what have I been missing this entire time? So these, at the end of the day, this thing cost me like 30 bucks. So these, I would say, would be high price fancy pants. If you wanna burn $30, There you go. So these ones, Society Lashes, they're $16 to $18. And girl, you know I wait for the sale, okay? I wait for the sale. I don't pay full price. So these ones, same thing. They're gonna be fluffy. And I love, here, let me show you the ones next to my favorite, well-loved, holding on by a thread, ginger ones. They're fluffy. I love the fluffy ones. The 3D ones, the ones that are labeled 3D, because they look, here, where'd the other ones go? They look so good on the eyeball, and they look like lash extensions. Eyelash, oh, I forgot to put the cover back on. Okay, so let me hold the 3 of these up next to each other. They look like eyelash extensions. So this is where you're going to find hair quality, like the curl and like fluffy magic. So this situation is my jam. So these style lashes I prefer, and the reason for these is these style, your Red Aspens, your Society Lashes. Oh, let me list all the lashes. I forgot. Okay, sorry. So the lashes, like in this higher end multiple use price range is sorry, I'm missing questions. $23 for them, and then tax and shipping, I feel like it was like 30 bucks for what I paid. Okay, cool. I'm making sure I'm not missing questions. Where was I? I totally got sidetracked. Let me put these back. Okay, so you're getting into like hair quality, the fact that they're tapered on the ends, that they look like real lashes and real eyelash extensions, and they look soft and magical and wispy. Now you have foam ink ones that are made from synthetic hair. You have silk ones. The silk lashes in any brand that I have found are more delicate, they just take a little bit more care. The mink ones and the foam ink ones tend to have like the thicker bands like this. If you don't like a thick band, all you need to do is look for ones that are the 3D wispy ones, but just look for a transparent band, or that will save you. So just be like wary of band thickness. However, I will say ooh, almost knocked it over. The thicker the band, the longer it will last. Like, so my very first pair, which I have since thrown away, I probably should have saved them, of Society Lashes, I wore them, I kid you not, close to 30 times, reusing them. And these ones with like the thicker, like these ones with the thicker bands, you're gonna get that many wears out of. One thing I will caution you about lashes. Now I have a pair and they are still in the package for a reason. I paid 30 bucks dumbly for like, these are called Lily. Well, no, these ones are a little bit less. I think I refused to buy the expensive ones, but they have Lily lashes. I'm going to take these out just for you guys, but I'm going to put them gingerly back in their package. So you will have ones that they're Vixen lashes. They are Vixen, Lily, House of Lashes. Other ones that are like 30 bucks a lash, $30 to $40 a lash. Crown something lashes. It's a Senna sister, I think, that does it. The one thing I will say, sometimes on these lashes, you are paying a markup for packaging. For example, this, okay? Packaging, you're paying for fancy boxes and her beautiful picture on the back and her, you know, lovely thing. So they're lovely, but guess what? They're just as lovely as ones that are like $20 less or $10. Sorry, these ones. Well, I don't know if I have any comparable ones. But just be aware of that. Don't get fooled by like a sticker label and a name and a pretty package. So that's what I got to say about that. Find a good quality lash. If you have a girl that you know and you love that sells Red Aspen, support her business. Buy from her. I'm sure she's, hey, Christine, I'm sure she's working hard trying to make ends meet just like the rest of us, right? Or you can buy any brand you want. I'm not here to promote one brand over the other. So Dodo lashes, Sarah, that's a great question. I forgot to mention those. Okay, so Dodo lashes, not fancy package, but I would say I ordered several to try out probably 6 months ago. I would consider those worth me spending, if I were to buy them, probably like $8. I wouldn't spend any more than 10 on them. So don't spend any more than 8 to 10 bucks on them, because I just thought the hair was more like a 1D, not a 3D. Now I think that they have some higher quality 3D ones, but I already have a brand that I love and I use, and they treat me really well. So, and their customer service is nice, so I'm fine with that. But Dodo is a solid choice for that mid-range lash. But starting out, I would say Dodo lashes are similar to these ones. You know what I mean? They have that more faux mink look, or the mink look, but they're cheaper. So yeah, solid brand to use too. What else? I feel like somebody else gave me another really solid. So it's value range is Kiss, Ardell, sometimes Dodo. Mid-range would be Eyelure, Lash Pop, higher end Dodo. And then fancy pantsy range is Lily Lashes, sort of Society Lashes, and Red Aspen. Because Red Aspen, they have $16 to $23. And then there's tax and shipping and blah, blah, blah. And that's the same with any of the brands. Okay. We talked about that. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about is individuals is another option. MUA kit, Joanna, since you're putting lashes on a bunch of people, not brides, bridesmaids, and mother of the brides, these styles. Ardell's, and these ones for your girls that are I want a really big lash. These ones. They always fawn over them. And I'm like, oh, they're faux mink. And then they're like, yes. You just have to say the right words. So that's what they usually want. But moms of the bride usually want these, unless they're fabulous, and then they want these. But most bridesmaids want these. So that's what I carry. And then for my brides, I always carry the luxury lashes, always. Okay, so individual lashes. Let's put on some liner and mascara, and then we'll talk about those. And I'll also talk about double stacking lashes, because you can do that too with cheaper brands. If you're wanting to make it look real fancy. Okay. My straw is not bendy. All right, so let's talk about lining. Let me get my liner. Where's my liner? Don't tell me I lost my Onyx again. I just found it. Onyx, where are you? I need you in my life. There it is. Okay, cool. So, butterfingers tonight. All right, any questions so far? Because we're about to talk about lining and some mascara, and then I'll cover how to apply the individuals lashes, because you have some people that have really long, beautiful lashes, but they just need to fill in here and there, and that's what these are for. Okay. Glue. What did I forget? What did I forget? The individuals. Sorry, did I miss a comment? And I hate how sometimes I can see comments and sometimes I can't. It's really annoying. Okay, somebody just asked about glue. So I have multiple options for you. Maybe. Okay, so my favorite, where is my new box? I just got a new box. Okay, well, my favorite is Duo or Callus, but it has to be this clear kind. Oh, where is it? Oh, I had another one. Okay, well, whatever. You get the idea. So the glues that are like the white and then they dry clear, I like these the best because I feel like the glue sticks better. Another solid choice that I really like is this Duo glue, but I like the black one. The only thing about this one is that it is more gummy And I think it has latex in it. So if you have anybody that has like a latex sensitivity, stay away from this one and go with this one. So yeah, the Duo Clear, so it comes in like a green box. This one is solid, is the exact same as Callas, C-A-L-L-A-S, and it's latex free. So this is an awesome brand too. So I would recommend one of these two to use, and you can get this glue pretty much anywhere, usually like Walgreens and Target. Target usually is better, or like sometimes Walmart, if you have a really good Walmart, has a really good selection of glue, but this is my personal favorite. Okay, so that's glue. Usually the glue that comes in the packaging of some of the lash in is totally crap. Yeah, the black one is more gummy and comes off and whatever. So the Kiss, yeah, okay, Kimberly, the Kiss glue, I feel like is the same as this glue. It's solid, so you can try the Kiss glue. And Red Aspen, Alana, is the same formula as this. So the Red Aspen glue is really good. The Duo glue is really good. The Kiss glue is really good. All of them that are like this clear are awesome. I love the formulas. So that's another solid option. Okay, so we feel good about that. Let's talk about lining, because I know you all have seen a picture of an eyeball that she obviously has a lash on. Yes, House of Lashes is the same formula. If it is this color, girls, if it's this color and it comes with an applicator, it's the same formula. Like, I don't know what is technically is in this, but as long as it's latex free and they're like, oh, it goes on iridescent and dries clear, it's the same stuff. It's literally just private labeled. So find the cheapest option. Okay, that's what I have to say about that. I'm like, shop smart, buy the cheapest one. Okay, so you guys know about when you see someone with a lash on and like you can see the gap between their natural lash and where the false lash is applied. Like when you look straight forward, there's like a white area. Yes? You know what I mean, jelly beans? Oh, I have heard the Revlon one is good, Sarah, but I've never tried it, so I can't vouch for it. But I have heard that that one is good. So, note to self. Okay, so I want to show you guys how to conquer that gappity gap in the eyeball, because it drives me crazy. Like the gap, and then when it's like too far out here and it's like that drives me crazy too. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my secrets for that not happening. Where's my little liner brush? Roxy's in here throwing a fit as usual. Where's my little tight liner brush? Oh, brush, where'd you go? Oh, right here. It's behind my lashes. My copious amount of eyelashes. It's fine, it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so I use this little flat brush. It's a Bobbi Brown brush, but you don't have to get a Bobbi Brown brush. It's just a little smoky liner brush. You see how it's like a little tapered dome? This is what I use. Yeah, when it waves at you. You all know what I'm talking about. When you're like, oh, honey boo child, no. We're here to remedy that tonight. Okay. So I want to show you guys how to tight line and then do like a micro fine line on your lash line. Even if you don't want to wear liner with your lashes, you need a little bit of liner with your lashes. Okay. Take the lashes off. Yes, my darling, I sure can. Okay. So I just get a little bit off of my wand on one side. And then my lower lash line is already lined, but basically you're gonna do the same thing on your upper. So this may weird you out, like just take a second and get used to it. So I look down into my mirror, pull my eyelid up like this, and right at the base of your lashes, don't poke yourself in the eyeball. It's almost like you're painting the base of your lashes. So do a few very gentle, gingerly strokes. Like if you are a contact wearer, you're gonna have no issues with this. If your eyeballs are sensitive and you're gonna like freak out and cry and be like, oh my God, what I recommend is doing it down here against this lash line and then blinking, because you're gonna transfer some of that black up there. But I like to get that lash line nice and saturated, and you can already see a difference of here to here and how saturated the base of that eyelash looks. So just one side. So Monica, no, it does not get on your contacts, and the reason for that is you're not putting it into where your eyeball is. You're literally like, I'm gonna get real close and personal, right here where your lashes grow. It's almost like you're sort of like painting it on like mascara, right where the lash hairs grow out. Okay, so literally like this. You're just diffusing and making that line go away, that skin line. And sometimes people have a really like, it sounds weird, but a thick eyelid, and you need to paint that inside or it's not gonna look good. So on people with sensitive eyes, do down here, have them blink, and it will transfer some black up there. Not as much saturation as I'm gonna get. So right here at the base. And sorry if you're grossed out by eyeballs, but we're talking a lot about eyeballs. Yeah, so tight lining is hard on others. And what I do on other people, I ask them like, okay, how sensitive are your eyes? And I'm gonna pretend like I was gonna do somebody else right now, okay? So what I would say is I would be like, tilt your head up, like you get to look up my nose and my eyeball. There's so much happening tonight. Is I will say like, say they're facing me like this. I will say, tilt your chin up for me, or I'll tilt their head up. And I'll say, I want you to look down, and I'm gonna hold your eye steady for a second. And then pull up on their lid like that. And then say blink, blink, blink. And I'll usually do like 3 strokes. This is, oh, this is Onyx. Sorry, this is Onyx. So you want something waterproof in this area in case their eye starts tearing. Okay, so what that does is it fills in, and you can see it looks different here versus here. Okay, so that fills in that gap, and then I'm going to talk about lining a little bit on the top too. Okay, so if you have somebody that has skin down here that you need to cover, that's what you do. And like a few little swipes for them, and then say, okay, go ahead and blink, because some of them are going to be like that. They're going to be like, and then I just give them a minute. And then other people, I'll say, okay, I'll count to 3, 1, 2, 3, boop, 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 and then we're done. Like significant, like this lash line looks thicker and fuller, and I don't have any mascaras. So Bridget, small eyes, try to line your upper. You can always do the trick on lining your lower and then wipe it off. But I would stick with lining your uppers because lining your upper lash line is actually going to define your eye and make it look larger. So yeah, those people that are like the blinkers, sometimes you can't help that. Okay, so I'm going to do this eye. So same thing, I would tell them like chin up, look down, like look downwards, and then have them keep their eyeball down. Like I tell them usually to look at their knees, but I have to look up because I don't legitimately want to poke myself. And you can see how you can see a lot of skin there. And you see where I'm painting. This one's easier to see actually. Let's see, I got some on my eye. It's really hard to do in the phone. Okay, cool. There we go. So I don't recommend doing this in your phone. But you see where that skin is? Right where the lash hairs come in. That's where you're painting. And then blink, blink, blink. Okay? Or if you have somebody that's really sensitive, do it on here, paint along that lash line, blink, 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 and it should transfer up here. Okay, so not as dark, but it does help. Okay. Cool. Okay, good. Yeah, make more sense on this eye. So see how that skin now is like lined? And you can kind of see where my lash line comes in. And then now it looks just as thick as over here. Cool. So that is called tight lining, or lining your water line. So Tanya, I don't go very far in. I accidentally got some in my eyeball because I'm trying to do this in my phone mirror and not my actual mirror. Yes, this is considered upper water line is up here, lower water line is down. So thank you, Christy. Okay, so what I do, guys, again, is right where these lash hairs start growing out, and I paint in an upwards motion. Because a little bit of onyx is not, you know, it's fine. It's almost like you're putting mascara on. Brown is okay. I usually always use black, but there's nothing wrong with using brown. And you can totally, yeah, yes, great point, Tanya. I tend to only fill about 3/4, or if I'm looking straight forward, I will only tight line to the edge of the iris right here. You see where like my eyeball ends? Straight down, and I will stop my tight line there. The reason for that is we all have these tear ducts that we get, I call them eye goobers, like eye boogers in. And if you tight line all the way across, you'll get a big black eye booger right in there. And it looks great at first, and then like an hour later, you're like, I need to dig that out. So it looks weird. So I stop like right, trying to do this and not poke myself in the eye, right here, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you gotta get used to the tight lining, like I said. If you have sensitive eyes, start down here, right along that lash line. Literally, just do this, Crystal. Just do like tap, 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 blink, blink, blink. Tap, 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 blink, blink, blink. And then, because if you're doing it right on your lash line, it shouldn't bother you. Yeah, totally, you get eye boogers. So lining that upper lash line makes a huge difference. Okay, now I have people ask me also all the time about when to put mascara on. I will say this, there's fly is intense. It's like, it's freaking out because of lighting in here, and it's like banging. It's like, I don't know if you can hear it. It goes over here and hits it, and then it goes over here and hits that one. It's like ping, ping, ping. I feel like I'm playing that, like, what is that game where you like, like an old school 70s, get out of here, game where you like shoot little things across from each other and you have to move your like paddles or whatever they are. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. Ugh, driving me nuts. Okay, so mascara. Pong, thank you, Sarah. Ugh, get out of here. Pong, yes, it's literally ponging around me right now, driving me crazy. Have a fly ponging till it's death. If I had my little zapper in here, I would totally zap it, but I don't. Okay. Okay, mascara. I digress. Mascara. Don't ever, 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 ever put mascara on reusable false lashes. Now, if you're gonna, if they're Ardell Demi Wispies and you're gonna use those bad boys once, I don't care. Put mascara on them. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You're gonna throw them away. If you put mascara on, like the, don't you fall over, the high quality ones that you spent your, you know, prize money on, that you're gonna reuse like 20, 30 times, then you are ruining them because it's gonna build up and it's gonna look gross and you're gonna get those like weird spider legs eyes. You don't wanna do that. But if you're using like the one and done ones, then go for it, girl. So what I recommend is you put a light coat of mascara on first on anybody, just really quickly. And the reason for that is it will actually gives your eyelashes something to grab onto. Oh, not that one. I like these little ones. I like these ones. So it gives your eyelashes something to grab onto and a little texture for the false lash to grab onto. Now, if you have straight eyelashes, you are going to want to curl your eyelashes first. Okay, so I have straighter. I'm just gonna leave that one in there, it's fine. Straighter eyelashes. Somebody give me a time check and tell me what time it is. I mean, I know we're in different time zones, but it'll give me a good idea what time it is here. So you're gonna curl your eyelashes first. I don't recommend curling your eyelashes in a phone, but I've done it a few times. I can kind of see, like, you can see the difference in like the lash lift. And this will help too if you have lashes that grow down or straight. Curling them will also give your lashes to sit on. Oh, 7:15. Okay, thanks guys. I need to hurry up. Will give your lashes, your falsies, something to like kind of balance onto. So if you have straight lashes or lashes that grow down, curl them first. Okay, curl. Dead. And then always clean off your eyelash curler before you use it, because sometimes there's residue on there, and that's when it's gonna pinch and pull your eyelashes out. If it is clean and free of residue, it will not. Okay, thanks guys. Okay, cool. So I like using these little jelly wands. They're linked in the Amazon list. I get everything via Amazon because mommy doesn't have time to go to the store. And just a little bit. Yeah, there's a ton of good ones. There's like a Revlon one that's solid. This one's called Emite, M-I-E-M-I-T-E. Probably got it off of Amazon to be true. Or any of the, like there's a Revlon one that's good. There's a gold one on Amazon that has really good ratings that I have had in my cart, like saved to my wish list for a while, but I haven't bought it because I still have this other one. But yeah, there's a Revlon one that's really good too. I'm not mad at it. Okay. Don't recommend putting your mascara on in the phone either, because then you get goopers like this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna wait for that to dry. So that is a tip. If you ever get mascara on your face or eyeliner on your face accidentally, I know that the like first instinct is to immediately wipe it off. Let it dry and then swipe it right off with a Q-tip. It'll come off better and it won't smear. So we'll just wait for it to dry. How long do they last? How long does what last? Oh, eyelash curler? I think you're talking about an eyelash curler Wednesday, which by the way, I love your name. I mean, as long as they will keep curling your eyelashes. I've had this one for forever. Eyelash curlers should last you a while. Like at least, I don't know, at least several years, I think. Okay, so there's just a little bit of mascara. I probably didn't need to do that much, but yeah, I do. I use a new spoolie. I mean, if it's my personal mascara, you'll double dip, but it depends. These ones you can probably double dip a couple times. Obviously, you're not going to be double dipping with your client stuff because that would be gross. But personal ones, yeah, sure. 10 years. See, I was like, I feel like it's a long time. Yeah, if you have a solid one, it should last you quite a while. Okay, so this is dry down here, and then it'll just come right off on the wand. Like there's, see that little black spot? And then I don't have like a smear. So just wait for those to dry. Okay, now let's talk about individuals first. So individuals, where's my glue? There it is. I apply these with tweezers. I like to apply the individuals with very fine tipped tweezers. So this is where you have to use caution. And basically what you're gonna do is I will, usually on like the back of my hand or a package or something, or like my little thing, is I will create like a little area like so for lash glue, because you're gonna be dipping these in and then applying them. Okay, so you get your little tweezers, and there's a base, like a base well right here that you basically dip down into, and then you can grab the lash and then pop it off. And then this is best for people that have very thick eyelashes but just need to fill in or add a little bit of volume. And these are called flared, because, and these are Ardell, by the way, knotted flares is what they're called. Okay, and so same process for glue on the rest of your eyelashes. You're just gonna get it and dip the end of it right here. Get a little bubble of glue, and you're gonna do the same thing as your regular lashes. You are gonna want to wait for it to start to dry down a little bit so it grabs your lash better. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply a few of these just so you can kind of get the point, okay? And wait, and once it starts to dry down, it goes from like more iridescent to like more clear. Or like from white to iridescent to clear. When it's clear, I find that you've usually waited too long. So I just kind of wait until it starts to turn from more white to more iridescent. And you can wave it around. How long do they wear out? I mean, it depends on how like vigorously you use them. Like this one I've had for a solid while, but I feel like it's a good one. I don't even know how much I spent on it. I don't know. Okay, so it's going more blue. So then what you're gonna wanna do is I'll have them, some people, you know how when some people close their eyes, they like this, or like their eye has texture and it crinkles. What I will have them do instead of closing where it might be creasing, I will have them, I'll say relax your eyes. So instead of being like this or like this, relax your eyes and look down at your knees. And what that will typically do is give you a nice flat area to apply a lash to. Okay, so look, Roxy, shush. So I'll have them look down and apply. Can you guys see this? I'll get really close. Still a little bit wet. I'm gonna let it dry. Let me let this dog out. Okay, you want out? It's fine. Okay. And then you're going to, so you know your glue is not dry if it slides around. It's really hard to place individuals in a phone. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then I just will like tap it down into your lash line. And you can see it. See how it added length? There you go. And you can see it there, hopefully. So it just adds length. And then you just like will do them like doot, 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 doot right next to each other. Hold on, let me turn my music back on. Yes, I'm still listening, Pandora. Rude. Okay, so do you see that? You guys see that? So it just adds a little something, something. So this is perfect for people who have really great lashes. They don't need a lot. They just need a little extra dimension. And truth be told, when I used to get eyelash extensions before I started to be allergic to the glue, I would fill in my lashes between eyelash fills with these. My eyelash girl hated me for it, but I always took them out before I went to see her. And I was like, it's fine. With my eyelash extensions, I could leave these in for a couple days. And you couldn't tell. So like set it in there and then just kind of like be like boop, boop, tap into that lash line. And see how that just adds that volume right there? Hopefully you guys can see this. They're so light and wispy, they look really natural. There we go. You can see the length right there. Okay, so that's how to place individuals. Yes, it is time consuming, but they're really pretty. And they work really well for people that have more full lashes. Okay, so that's how to do those. And they work really well for all those girls that have those like thick, voluminous, like magical unicorn natural lashes that you're like. So, anywho. Okay, this fly. All right, so let's talk about placing strips. And I want to show you the ones. I want to show you a wispy because they're really pretty. The Demi Wispies, the Ardell Demi Wispies. Okay, seriously, come on. Come out of there. Right? So cute. Okay, so these are the Ardell Demi Wispies, my favorite go-to. Oh, and now another thing I want to talk to you guys about. For any eyelash, there is always a right and a left eyelash, okay? Always. So when you're looking at your packaging, doesn't matter what type of packaging, let me open this up. You have a right eyelash and a left eyelash. Now some eyelashes, it's more obvious because I'm trying to find one where there's more of a taper. Okay, this is a good example though. So see, these ones have a taper where it's like small and flares to big. The small end goes on the inside of your eye. The larger flared out end goes out here. Now ones where they're even, I basically like hold them up here. This one goes here. This one goes here. Okay? And then when I take them off, I will put them back like right, left. Okay, does that make sense? So there is a right and a left lash, and I'm going to talk to you guys about lining and trimming your lashes. Yes, there is always a right and a left lash, and usually it goes right, left. So, if you didn't know, now you know. Okay, so Ardell Demi Wispies, my solid go-to. Now I'm going to do, this is technically my left eye, but to you guys it probably looks like your right eye. So the small end here goes on this inside area, and the flared end is all the way out here. When you trim your eyelashes, you trim from the outside in. Now let me show you how to see how to trim your lashes. And whenever I grab a lash, I will always grab it from the outside corner with a little fine tip tweezer, because you're usually trimming off that outside corner. So if it tugs at it a little bit, it's okay. All right, so this one has a transparent and or white band. Now, what you're going to want to do with these white bands, they always say, oh, you can just place them on and they're completely invisible. Lies. You want to line them. And the reason for that is because they will blend in to this tight lining situation that you just did. So you're just going to get a little bit of your onyx or your garnet or whatever eyeliner color that you used. Okay. Then, oh yeah, and if there's any overhang, like little tabs, it's really hard to see because they're clear. These overhangs, trim those off, because if you don't, it will poke you in your eyeball. So trim those little overhang tabs off. Some lashes have them, some lashes don't. These ones do, because, where's my other scissors? These ones are crappy. Oh, there they are. Ow, just stabbed myself. If you don't trim those tabs off, they're gonna stab you and or your customer in the eye, and they are uncomfortable. So trim them off. Okay. Now before I line them, I'm skipping steps because I'm all over the place. What I typically do is I will place them on the eyeball. So what I'll do, yeah, so trim those off, girl, because people will be like, it's bothering me, and you'll be like, my placement's perfect. Your eye's just weird. All right, so when I'm placing them on people, I use the same trick that I use for like applying these. I tell them to just look down at their knees, not close, because you'll get people that squinch like this. Like, and then you're like, oh, that's perfect to apply a lash to. That's not gonna be weird. So like look down, look at your knees. And obviously I would look down farther if I was a customer. And I apply them with no glue, just kind of like in the center. I do it better with my nails on myself than a lash tweezer. And these ones I happen to know fit me perfectly because they're actually a little bit too small for my eye. But if you have someone's eye that is very small, you're gonna know when to trim them. Oh, and you want to placement. Let's talk about this. You want them about here in. You do not want lashes all the way over to this tear duct, because it's gonna drive them bananas. You want it to start right about here. If you have it in here, it's gonna itch, it's gonna tug, it's gonna pull, and they're gonna be like, I wanna rip this eyelash off of my eye right now. And you're gonna feel the same way, okay? Because it's gonna be jabbing them every single time they blink. You're gonna like right here. And that's usually about 3 or 4 eyelashes like growth in. You see how I have like eyelashes here on the other side of where I'm like poking myself in the eye? Like stop it kind of like here. Okay, not here, here. Okay? It's gonna be way more comfortable. You know when to trim them and how much to trim them. Let's pretend that these are too, here, let me grab a pair out that's too big for my eyes that I have to trim. Okay. Let's grab these out. Oh, these are brand new. Okay. So these ones are huge. And you would be able to tell They're too big for my eye. And these are fabulous 3D Mink ones. All right, so you'd be able to tell that they're too big for my eye because they would come all the way over in here and they would be all the way hanging over way out here. So what you're gonna do is just look down when they're looking down, and you're gonna be able to see if it's hanging out past here, like past right here. Can you guys see that? We're pretending, okay? So if it's hanging out, you wanna trim it. If it's too far in, you wanna center it on their eye, like where I would have it start, which would be right about there. Oh, eyelashes. Eyelashes are everything. Oh, I just got really excited. I guess I had trimmed these. I thought I hadn't. But I could trim off this little section right here. And then what I usually do is I will say like, okay. And then you're gonna be able to see in between, you see this? Where it has like little groupings of lashes, I will be like, okay, this little grouping right here in between them is where I'm gonna cut it. And then I would get my scissors and I would cut right there in between where the little bunches are. Does that make sense? Okay, let me put this one back because I want to trim these Ardell Demi Wispies to show you guys. Okay, because I want to show you what they look like. And then I'll put on some real fabulous ones. Oh, maybe I'll do a demi on this side. Maybe I'll do that since I already have some individuals. Well, whatever. I already have this one out. Okay. Oh no, Christy, I'm gonna post a replay. Okay, so here are the ones that have the clear and or transparent bands. Get your eyeliner and go across that eye band, especially on that front. Oh, I need more, it dried down. Oh, thanks guys. Christy, sorry, we're just starting to place eyelashes now because I'm taking forever. Okay, so we're gonna line the bands like so. Just where that part is, and let your eyeliner dry before you put your glue on or you're gonna turn your glue black. And we don't want that. Okay, so see how that band is now black? That now is gonna blend better into your real lashes and to your eyeliner line. And it just looks better. And I know these fit me, so I know I don't have to trim them. So, because if you have like a wider eye, these will either fit you or be a little bit too small, but that's okay. Fake it till you make it, girl. Okay. That looks good and dried down. Then you're gonna get your glue. And if you buy those cheaper brands, like even the ones that are like $1, stack a couple of those bad boys on top of each other. Like you apply one down, let it dry, and then you literally stack another one right on top of it. Nobody's gonna know. And then you look like you have 3D lashes. So it's good in a pinch if you need more volume. So, but ain't nothing wrong with some cheap lashes. They tend to just look plastic and synthetic. If they are too small, you need a better lash. You need a better eyelash, girl. So that's when, if they're too small, Rachel, that's when I would upgrade to these bad boys from the Demi Wispies, because the Demi Wispies are meant for like a, I would say like an average sized eyeball. You want to jump up to these if you're looking for a value brand, or the Eyelure brand. That's going to be perfect for you. And then just based on your picture and your profile, you're going to want the larger ones. I mean, I know it's like this big, but just looking at you, you're probably going to want a bigger lash. So I would use Eyelure if you're looking for the value brands, or like the faux mink ones. I'm just waiting for this glue to get a little bit more. See how it's like turning blue and iridescent-y? It's getting there. Okay, lash tweezers are these. Some people love them and like literally can't survive without them. I am in the habit of using my nails, like not saying that it's the best habit, but basically what you do is you use these to grasp your lash and to place it on. And now usually you can place it on with those, but I am in the habit, and I've been doing this forever on myself. When I'm applying lashes, same thing. Look down, go downwards angle, down, not on your lashes, right where the skin is. If you glue onto your eyelashes, it's gonna rip them out, so don't do that. All right, I gotta do these with my nails because I'm not gonna be able to get this. So right where the skin is. So I place in the middle, and then I will do the ends. Inside, stay. It's really hard to do on the phone. And then outside. Okay, and then what I do is I usually will tap the lash and kind of like push it. So Megan, if you have a hard time getting the inside lash to stick, basically you probably just have like me, like eye allergy season, the lash will lift on you. What you're gonna wanna do, see, I can't, hold on, I gotta get this down. Come on. Stay on there. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay, what you're gonna wanna do is get an ultra fine, little teeny tiny brush. Sorry, it was like wonky, I had to fix it. But how pretty are the wispies, right? Like it's just like a little hint of an eyelash. And in comparison to what I normally use, this is like a baby lash. I'm like, oh, it's so small and cute. Because what I usually use are like the huge ones. I'm like, yes. Okay, so what you're gonna do, Miss Megan, is get your ultra fine eyeliner brush, which I don't think I have one out here, but the one that has like a super fine tip. Get a little bit of your glue. And what you're gonna wanna do is get a little bit, I'm just gonna pretend like get a little bit on your glue and then look down and then line on top of where it usually lifts. And that's just gonna give you a little bit of reinforcements. So Erin, what you're probably gonna do is just place it a little farther in. Those Lily lashes, girls, you're brave. You're brave. Because they're so expensive, and I was like, oh, but everyone says they're so good, but okay. All right, so that's how to do that. How cute are those? And see how that tight lining, like you can't see where the lash starts and ends. Now another thing, I'm gonna put on a real thick pair, and I'm gonna show you the difference of like, you need to finish the line, but these are solid option. Lily lashes are not magnetic, no. I think Lily Galici would roll over, like, well, she's not, I shouldn't say that, she's not dead. But she would be like, girl, no girl. Anyways. So that is a Demi Wispy. Okay, now let's put on a thick one over here. It's on these ones. Yes. I'm gonna put on a huge eyelash. Okay. So I would do the same thing. So I'd be like, okay, these ones go here. So I'm gonna use and then grab them from the outside in. Now these ones already have a black cotton flexible band, which happens to be my favorite kind of band. Okay, but I would do the same process where I'm measuring my eyeball and just kind of placing it and seeing where they're too long. So they're too long out here, so I'm gonna trim a scotch off. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you don't rip them off. Don't rip them off, girls. Don't rip them. You're gonna ruin your lashes. Okay. Yeah, so you can trim the inside. What I would do, you're probably too far in. If they're in here, they're gonna drive you nuts. You want them like here. Now, if this brow bone dips down more, I would just trim a few of the longer hairs off. All right, let me get some lash glue on these so we can talk about placement again. And then do you guys wanna learn how to put them underneath your eyelashes? Because I can do some under on this side, and then I can show you, it's kind of like double stacking. Do you guys want to learn that after I place these? Because I want you to see the difference in like the quality of lashes too. Better now. Okay. Under, okay, cool, I'll do under too. I'm gonna have some really fabulous eyelashes for bedtime. Okay, let me get these on. So, while I'm waiting for these to dry, underneath, the only ones that I really recommend for underneath for comfort reasons are the very, very, very thin bands. These thicker bands may be more uncomfortable. So when you're starting out, I recommend going to Sally or whomever or Walmart or Target, buying a pack of Wispies or 110s or Kiss or whatever, the cheaper brands, okay, and playing around with doing them under, because it takes some getting used to, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so this is drying down good, and I'm gonna use my fingers because that's what I do best. If you use lash tweezers, more power to you. You take them off every single night. You should not be wearing your lashes overnight because they will probably loosen and look weird for that reason. And you don't want like that glue on your eyeball all the time. So place down in the middle, and then you're gonna shimmy it down, and then I like tap, tap. Lord, I'm so happy with these eyelashes. Yes, Miss Erin, it is very normal for a new lash, if you're new to lashes, for the thick cotton band to feel heavy. However, the thicker cotton bands last a lot longer. Usually the hairs are better quality because they're handmade. They're not factory made. And they look more natural. Okay. Like, I don't know what I did before 3D eyelashes. I don't know how I was living my life. Okay. And then if you were using a lash tweezer, when you get a real thick one on like this, what I will do is, like, the little curve is meant to curve around your eyeball, and you basically like tweeze and squeeze. Squeeze it down kind of, and like press it down into that skin. Okay. Ugh. Makes me really happy. Okay, so you see on these thicker cotton band ones how it is obvious where a lash starts and ends. I'm going to show you a little trickety trick to do. And I see people miss this trick all the time, and it's another one of those things that just drives me crazy because I'm OCD. So when you can tell when a lash ends, you're going to get your little tight liner. Don't skip this step because it matters. Now when you're doing it on somebody else, what I tell them to do is look up and away. So up and away. And what that does, and you'll see on this eyeball, up and away, it opens up this whole area right in here, which I'm gonna line. And I warn them, and I'll say just a forewarning, this does tickle, because it does, okay? But you line right here. And then you see how it looks like now it goes all the way across, yeah? So you line, it's like you tight line just up here, right along that lash line, right here. And then it makes a lash look like it goes all the way across instead of stopping right here. So don't skip this step, especially with these big boys, okay? So when you're doing a big old, like, bomb looking lash, don't forget that step because it makes a huge difference, okay? These ones are Sophia from Society Lashes, and they're giving me life. This is what a 3D lash looks like. It's so good. So these are Ardell Demi Wispies, like perfect for I would wear these every day going to the grocery store. Like these are like starter. These are like, girl. Yes, you can line above the lashes too, Angelica. I'll talk about that in a second. I just gotta find my little liner brush. I don't know where it went. Okay. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like over here too. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of liner. Oh, I got a little bit on the inside of my eye. And you line right there. Hey, Anna. Long time no see, friend. I miss you. I miss you. Okay. So you see how I line just that little bit, that little tiny bit right there? And it just like makes it happier and cohesive. And then it looks like you have a line that goes all the way across instead of just ending. Okay, lining on the top you can also do, and I do recommend, especially if you have liner on, because when you put like a big, huge bougie lash on like this, even the small ones, you're gonna wanna continue that line. So you would just, I don't have my ultra fine liner brush in here. I don't know where it is, and I'm not digging through my stuff right now. I'm trying to find one that will work. This is gonna have to do. What you're gonna wanna do, thanks Christine, I love them too, girl. I'm just gonna use like my brow brush and just make do. But what you're gonna wanna do is when you're lining on top, you're gonna basically, I know I'm gonna have to get my hand to steady, tuck right into where the base of that like line is on the lash. And then, oops, this is really hard to do in the phone. But you guys get the picture. Right next to where that band is. And then it's gonna make like your liner and your band like melt into one magical unit. Okay. And then like get up and over that lash. Like so. And this is much easier to do with a proper brush, but there you go. So then it just makes that eye look like nice and thick and juicy. So you do the same thing over here. Okay, let's talk about putting them under. All right, let me make sure, I'm gonna check my little checklist. Ugh, so freaking bomb, you guys. So good. Who else loves eyelashes? I do. Who loves eyelashes? How about you? Okay, so we talked about bands and tight lining. So I saw somebody a while ago ask about how do you avoid the gap, and that is by tight lining and doing this and squeezing them together with your fingers like this. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze them together. The fuller lash, this is Sophia by Society Lashes, societylashes.com, Sophia, that's this one. These ones are Ardell Demi Wispies, are these ones. And these ones are a good starter lash. Jennifer, I see your comment, and you wear glasses. So you're gonna wanna probably do the Ardell 110s. If you're wanting a mink lash, you're gonna do the Society Lashes in Ginger. Or if you have a Red Aspen girl, help me out. Brittany, if you're still on here, are they called Miss? Those, I think you could wear under glasses. I feel like there's a smaller one though. And then Kiss Lashes or Ardell Baby Wispies are another really great option. The Baby Wispies too. Okay, I'm gonna put this eyeliner away. Bella, okay, cool. Monolids, Lisa, anything, depending on how large your eyeball, because you can have monolids of all different sizes, hun. You might want something with a thinner band. Bella and Mina, thank you, Mina. So where did your question go? So monolids, Lisa, you're also going to want to get ones that curl up, so like a C curl. Okay. Ardell you can get at Target, you can get at Walmart, you can get it like CVS and Walgreens and anywhere. They're everywhere. Ardell and Kiss are good brands, and Eyelure are good brands at those stores. Okay, let's finish. Okay, so if I were to take this lash and put it under here, sorry, my family's home, so the dogs are going crazy. Let me get this out. Okay, what you're gonna do, same, hi, oh, I forgot to lock the door. Hi, I'm not done yet. What, honey? What's?
My son coming.
I don't know what you're saying, honey.
My son coming.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, baby. I'm almost done, okay?
I'm just gonna take out my shirt.
Okay, babes. I'm still on my live, hun, okay?
Alright, well come on girls, let's get out. I told you guys not to come in here. Come on, Herbs.
I thought the door was locked, but I guess not.
Well, out. Come on.
Okay. This one has a bunch of glue all over it. Oh, well. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna line these. I just put my eyeliner back. Again.
Listen to this. Harper, come on.
Okay, so I just trimmed them down, and what you're gonna do is line them so they fit in with that tight line on the uppers. Thanks, babe. Upper and the lower. The kids have been real spicy today, so he seems like they've been real spicy wherever they went. Okay. All right, cool. So I just lined that, and then what you're going to do is instead of putting the glue on the back, you're gonna put the glue on the upper part. Does that make sense? Yeah, they're being real spicy. That's what I call it when they're being like crazy. Spicy. It's better than being like, you're naughty, and like, you're being real spicy. So this is Duo glue is what I use. In the clear, I have to go to the bathroom and like the water is running in the other room. And I'm like, I gotta go pee. So, okay, so I'm putting it on the top. Not too much. Ooh, that was too much. Like this. Okay, because what you're gonna be doing is putting it under. Now, same thing, you're gonna wanna glue it like on the skin right next, and then if they're like straight and they're being weird and straight, I will like shimmy like this to get them more round. Yeah, being real spicy. And you do the same thing, you wait for your glue to dry a little bit. And now this takes, the underneath, I will tell you, takes practice and takes a steady hand. So if you feel like trying it and you feel like being brave, do it. But, okay. So that glue is like drying down. I got too much right there, but you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with it. So this would be one where you can use lash tweezers if you really wanted to, but I'm gonna use my fingers because I'm a creature of habit. And then you're gonna pretend like you're tight lining. Like look down. I would tell my customer to look down, pull their eyelid up to hold it steady. I'm just gonna open my eyes really big. Yeah, so you want to curve them to fit your eyeball because nobody's eyeball is usually really straight. Like shimmy and curve them to bend them if you have a more round eyeball. Wait, it's not glue dried down too much. I need a little bit more. Start over, I was talking too much. And if you place an eyelash wrong, there is nothing bad about taking it off and redoing it on yourself or a customer. If it's wonky and it's uncomfortable, take it off, remeasure it, redo it. It's not gonna hurt anything. They will respect you more for perfecting it than leaving a wonky eyelash. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay. And the lash tweezers you can find pretty much anywhere now. They make a big difference if you're not used to doing it with your fingers, like me. I use my nails to an advantage. Okay, so really big eyeball. I might have to use my mirror for this. I have to bend it a little bit more. Bend. Okay. Ow. Get in the right spot. And then I'm pinching it kind of upwards to like pull it because I got it a little too close to my eye. Okay. And then you have to do the same thing. Make sure this outside area is down. There we go. Okay, so that's under. So you just like tuck it under, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't suggest doing it a phone. I would suggest doing it really up close to a mirror and making sure you don't poke yourself in the eye. But that's how to do under. So like slide it right down into like where that water line is. See, the glue's still a little bit wet. And then just kind of like shimmy and press like upwards. These ones are double stacked wispies. It is hard. It is hard. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That is really hard. I do not recommend it in the phone. But if you ever wanted to try it, not that I think you need to because this works just as well, but some people don't want to see a lash band and you have to place it underneath, and then their real eyelashes on top will mask that they have a falsie on. I just get these, girl. I mean, but that's technically a double stack of a wispy. That's a wispy double stack. Oh, you can see it's lifting a little bit out here, down there. Here we go. So that's how you double stack them. Cool. All right. So we talked about trimming to fit. We talked about lash glue. We talked about tweezer. We talked about placement. We talked about liner. All right, what other questions do you guys have for me? Any other questions? I am gonna show you how to take them off because I'm gonna take them off and go to bed in a little bit. Okay. Thanks, Christine. I don't know what our topic is for next week, but I'm getting ready to leave out of town for the NorCal Glam and Glass. Sarah, no, I feel like they're the same. I feel like they last as the same. Yes, let me tell you how to clean them. Oh, by the way, never put mascara on your falsies. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you're gonna throw them away immediately, don't do it. So cleaning them, this is a great question. So what you're gonna wanna do to clean them, I'll take off the big old one first. What you can do is get your Q-tip or your whatever. You're gonna wanna use, be very, very careful if you use eye makeup remover on them because you can damage the lash band. You're gonna wanna dip it in some, oh here, cool. I have some micellar water or some water. And like your Q-tip, I'm using these because I ran out of Q-tips in here, and a lash or a lip wand works just as well. So just get a little bit of water on them, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go across the lash line with a little bit of water. And you don't want to use, don't use Foops. Do not use Foops. And do not use anything oil-based. You will ruin your reusable eyelashes. Like, they will literally like disintegrate. I made that mistake one time on a really expensive pair of eyelashes, and I like cried. Because I was like, I spent money on these, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you're gonna wanna loosen the glue, and I'm actually gonna do both sides. So I wanna loosen that glue by using a little bit of water or a little bit of alcohol-free, not with alcohol because it's gonna sting like a mother. I love this stuff, Thayer's. Alcohol-free witch hazel, and that's gonna loosen your glue. I use Duo, D-U-O, this one, Green Label, or Callas, C-A-L-L-A-S. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna, like that glue is now gonna be gummy, and then just grab firmly, and see how it's already lifting? If you feel it tugging at all at your natural lashes, be patient, my friends. Don't just rip them off. You're gonna rip out your eyelashes. Put a little bit more Thayer's right where I felt it grabbing right here. Get a little bit more Thayer's. Give it a second. Or water. And like just shimmy right along that lash line. Like this. Okay, getting water in my eye, sorry. Okay, so what that does is it made the glue wet. And look at how nicely it peels off now. Okay, so it's catching right there. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Get it wet. Okay. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Now most people just go rip and then they rip out their eyelashes. Your glue should not rip out your eyelashes. And then look, it comes off with 0. This is glue right here. Oh no, those are the individuals. Ha ha ha. It took off the individuals. So that's how you get individuals off too. So it just came off nice. And then it makes it so much easier. Thayer's witch hazel on like a Q-tip and just shimmy it back and forth, and it's not going to damage your lashes. And then what I'll do is I'll get that same Q-tip and go along here to get that glue wet, and then you can use your fingers, is what I usually do, or you use very gently some tweezers anywhere you see little bubbles of glue to just kind of pull it off. But when the glue is warm and wet, it will literally like melt off immediately. Now you do not want to get your entire lash wet. It will ruin them because sometimes they're real hairs. Even the synthetic hairs, you don't want to get wet. You just want to get this band like very, like tiny amount. Okay. So you want to get the glue off when it's like damp and warm, and then just pull it off. And then all you're going to do is get your case and like, okay, I'm going to put it, obviously pretending like there's not one there. I would line it up and say, okay, I just pulled it off of this eye. Now I'm going to put it right here. Put them back in their original case. Don't leave them on the counter. Don't lay them next to your sink. Trust me, sometimes I've had, you know, a few or like 3 cocktails deep because I'm usually like a pretty lightweight. Like I'll have like 3 drinks and I'm good. But if I have more than that, Lord help me. Okay, and they're back in their little case because they'll hold their shape. If you are in a pinch and you don't have your lash case with you, this is like a college hack. What I would say, get your Senegence containers or anything like small like this, and then take your lash off and put it around here, around the circular part, because it's gonna hold the shape and keep them like, you know, like staying. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. I'm gonna get my Thayer's. Thanks, Sarah. Oh, the green duo off your eyelids. Laura's, the Thayer's works really, really well, or I will use Fuchs. Fuchs like melts it and like liquefies it. Or use coconut oil on a Q-tip, rub it, get it wet and rub it, and then like peel it. So anything that has like a spherical anything, because if you leave them on the counter, people think they're spiders, like whatever. It works. It is a little hack to storing eyelashes in a pinch. Like you don't want to put them in a cup because somebody else is going to throw them away. Okay, so you see how I just like went across, and use alcohol free. If you put alcohol next to your eyeball, it's going to sting. So you want to get it wet enough because I have the uppers and the lowers. And so I'm literally just like rubbing it along this lash line like so. And then you can kind of feel, like pull at it, and you can feel when it starts to get loose. See, this is still on pretty good. So I would just keep doing that. Instead of just ripping it off. Thanks, Sarah. So I'll show you my little secret. See, there they go. They come right off. And it's sticking a little bit right there. I don't want to rip out my eyelashes. So get it wet, get it wet. Ta-da! And it comes off like magic. And then all I would do, I'm gonna peel these 2 apart. I could probably reuse these one more time. And then I would just like pull the extra glue off these, and I could use them like 1 to 2 more times before they start to look a little wonky. And then I put them back in their thing. And that's what you do. Okay, let me just put these. I'm gonna put these back. I'm gonna save these. What was that? Was that the dog? Oh no, it was a child. I was like, what was that sound? Okay, so to get my skin all dewy and glowy, I mix Nangai in with my pearlizer and rub it all over my face as a primer. And it makes my skin like this. Magic. Yeah, so depending on the quality of the lash, like your Ardell Demi Wispies, you're only gonna be able to use like a few times. But that's okay. You're not paying that much for them. That's okay. So when you're considering buying a lash, be sure to consider how many times you can reuse it. Because if you can reuse it multiple times, then yeah. Here, let me show you, Sarah, because it's life-changing. And then sometimes I use like these dewdrop things. These are, my friend Kim got these for me. Revolution. I got them at Ulta, and they're like dewdrops. Luminous gold. They're cool. Okay, so I do like this pearlizer and Nangai, and I mix it together before foundation, like a primer, and it makes your skin like magical. So I do like, I'll show you. So like obviously here's pearlizer, and then I do a larger amount for my whole face, but before your foundation, so like that, Nangai and that, and then I just rub it together, and it makes that magic. Yeah, so it's like our version of a dewdrop. So it's not as pigmented, but it's a way to hack it as a primer. And then I'll put the dewdrops on top of my makeup. So I use the Nangai mixture underneath my makeup, and then I will just do the dewdrops. But like the dewiness that you see in my skin is from that Nangai mixture with CCTM on top. And this is what a dewdrop is. Makes you luminous and magical. And you know, like the Nangai soaks into your skin, so. And then like them mixed together is just like dewy and bomb. Yeah, I love doing that because then you get like a really glowy, radiant situation. Okay, girls, the minions are calling. The dewdrops, I got these at Ulta, Roxanne. These are called Revolution, and they were cheap. This is like $8-9 for this, and it comes in like a dropper. I call them dewdrops. I don't know if that's technically what they're called, but they make them like a bajillion different colors. This one, and I love it, is called Luminous Liquid Gold. These are bomb. So, anyways, but you can make faux dewdrops with pearlizer and Nangai. Yeah, Ulta has them. Sephora has it. This is like a really affordable brand too, called Revolution. Okay. You are so welcome, you guys. And let me know if there's anything else that you think of that I might have missed afterwards. Feel free to leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, just let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, I'll repost this for you guys. But that is lashes, and I'll have to see if I can schedule a live next week. It probably won't be on Thursday, but the dewdrops aren't by Senegence, but you can make your own Bonnie by using pearlizer and Nangai mixed together. So if you're like 100% Senegence gal, that's how you do it. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for watching and hanging in there. I know this was a long live. And like I said, if there's anything else that you have questions on, you just give me a holler, and I'm here for you. And thank you again for all the wonderful ladies who reached out after like my mental breakdown last night. I was having a day. It's been a week, but it's getting better because of you. So anyways, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here because I love you so much. All right, thanks, Christine. I appreciate you guys. I won't get sappy tonight. I was telling them earlier, I was like, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. And I won't. So, okay. Thanks, ladies. Love you. Have a great night. I'll see you later, okay?